Yeah, good morning, everybody. What's happening? Yeah. Got an exciting show for you today. By the way, stopping by on the show today is Joe Frazier, one of my heroes, who I believe was a great world champion of boxing, who was 10 times more talented in the ring than Muhammad Ali, and 10 times the man Muhammad Ali was. That if people who are boxing fans or just fans of great, iconic heroes, the true hero of that era was Joe Frazier, not Muhammad Ali.
Start that again.
Well, I think you really need to watch a special that's going. In fact, that's why Joe's here. HBO has commemorated the Thrilla in Manilla, which I know.
I saw that promo.
It's a fantastic special, and what you begin to learn is that Muhammad Ali was a monster. That. Well, let me tell you about it. I know you can't believe it, but the real champion was Joe Frazier, and the real people's champion. You know, don't forget, Joe Frazier was a man of the people. Grew up on a farm, worked farm life his whole life. Muhammad Ali worked at one thing, being Muhammad Ali. Never held a job except being Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
and when it came,
hold
on, when it came to fighting, he called Joe. He did the worst thing you could do to another black man. He said that Joe was a race traitor. He said that Joe was a gorilla. He was ugly. He was too black. And he said he was a traitor to his own people. And Joe Frazier was a guy who was just boxing. He was working his way like any other man, trying to find his way in life and make a living. Muhammad Ali went and spoke before the Ku Klux Klan. He went and, if you can believe this, spoke at a Klan rally and said to them that he wanted to see the races separate, just like the Klan, that he approved of the Klan and palled around with the Klan. The very same Ku Klux Klan that was tying a noose around his brothers' necks and lynching and burning crosses. He sat there.
Well, I think that you're not looking at it in a certain context. You're looking at it as a white man.
Look at it as a black woman.
No, but I'm looking at it as a person who grew up in a confused society.
What Ali did to Joe Frazier was worse than a lynching.
Did he call him Cassius Clay before Muhammad turned on him like this? You can't answer that question.
I think, yes. No, you have to watch the special. I can answer the question.
Okay.
Muhammad Ali was beating up Joe Frazier so badly that his own people, black people, would boo him and shun him. And, I mean, what did he have?
You're not answering my question.
In the verbal war, he went Cassius Clay. Big deal. He didn't call him a gorilla.
That was the thing that he got really upset about. You got to know what upsets people.
He sat and held a rubber gorilla in front of Joe's face. And white people loved it, by the way. You know, for years, dark-skinned black men were, ugly and disgusting, and Cassius Clay went right into it on him.
Excuse me, you act as if Cassius Clay was enlightened.
Cassius Clay did terrible things to Joe Frazier, race baiting.
Cassius Clay did the same things that black people are doing to each other today.
I'm talking about Cassius Clay, your hero.
Today. And
Joe
I
Frazier.
never said he was perfect.
Joe Frazier was a better fighter.
He was not a better fighter.
He
was not a better fighter.
He was.
How come he lost twice?
He lost once.
He lost twice.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on.
The second, you don't know anything. What is it, Gary?
Okay, he won the first fight.
That's right.
He lost the second fight.
And by the way, okay, go ahead, yeah.
And this fight, Robin, you know the story. Ali wasn't getting up for the 15th round. And Joe didn't get up first. That's why the fight was lost. Joe was blind for the last 4 rounds. His eye, blind in his left eye, right eye closed.
And he had a manager.
These were terrible, terrible fights. But who was declared the winner of the third fight?
But I'm just saying.
That's exactly right. He was lynched. He was lynched again, Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier. Here's the proof. Forget everything else. See who's talking and who isn't. See who's walking and who isn't.
Well, maybe Muhammad has paid a price for the way he lived his life.
Karma.
But Joe Frazier not doing all that well either.
Joe Frazier lives in Philadelphia in the gym that he trains in. He has no money. It's a very sad story.
He has no money.
He doesn't have a lot of money, no.
Oh, dear. I didn't know that. I mean, he made a lot of money.
Sure. Listen, what's he doing? Who knows what he spent it on? Probably with Bernie Madoff.
Well, you know, Ali didn't have a lot of money either at the end of all the
No,
things.
but here's the sad part about that. Muhammad Ali, you know, they've whitewashed his image so much so that people like yourself buy into him.
Well, he did do a courageous thing, and that is why people revere him, not for who he was, but he did a courageous thing.
But so-called Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali.
You can call him that now because he can't beat you up.
Let him come in here. I'll take him on.
That's right. I know you
Bring
will.
in Cassius Clay. I'll kick his ass. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, like you like to call him, he's a character, this guy.
He is a character.
But he got to sell the rights to his name. He got recently, I think, about $50 million to have his estate run. And Joe Frazier's name is nothing. And Joe Frazier was a great boxer.
But you know why?
I'll buy Joe Frazier memorabilia.
But you know why? You don't buy memorabilia.
Well, if I did, I would.
You know why? Because Joe kept the fight going. He never embraced Ali. When all of that was, run over and hug him and get your face in the pictures with him.
Hug him.
He kept that fight going.
Joe's the best. Joe said, "You don't call me those names, and I don't forgive." And I love Joe Frazier.
And that's been great for him.
I love Joe Frazier.
I love Joe, too.
No, you don't.
You just don't know what it is to be black.
Yeah, I do. I know
No,
better than
don't.
you.
You have no idea.
You live the life of a white woman, a white princess.
What?
You live the life of a white princess.
I'm a black princess.
I'm blacker than you. Believe me, I've been the black man.
You and this documentary, you are white people analyzing black people who were raised in a racist society and driven crazy.
I'm a person.
This demonizing
feeling for Joe Frazier. You're a narcissist at a 34.
Of a simple man is ridiculous. I'm like, who are these? It's white people who did this documentary.
You have a 34 rating
It's a
as a
white
narcissist.
man who did this. I'm like,
I'm
listen
a
to
people
this
person.
music. Listen to what they're doing.
Yeah.
They say nothing about the context of being raised in this racist society.
Say what you want. I was raised in a racist society.
And
I didn't
you have
use race.
your problems, and look at what you're doing now.
No.
You're analyzing people who you can't understand.
Joe Frazier is a true champ, and he will be here today. And by the way, as a woman, Muhammad Ali will not be here. He, by the way, doesn't have anything to say. He's in La La Land.
Isn't Daniel Carver a simple man? He's simple.
Wait, hold it. You expect me to think Daniel Carver has a rational thought about
So
something?
you forgive Daniel Carver?
Right.
I do forgive Daniel Carver because he's out of his mind. I don't pay attention to Daniel Carver, and Daniel Carver has nothing to do with how I feel about myself.
But would you say then that goes to all people in the KKK?
Yes, they're dumb and under some delusion that I have some responsibility for how their lives are.
So Ali is dumb too.
Absolutely, he's dumb.
That's right. And Joe Frazier is the people's champion.
Read what I say in my book. It's not that Ali was a great man. It was that Ali was someone we could relate to. We couldn't relate to Martin Luther King. We could relate to Ali because he wasn't perfect.
So you don't...
But he was brave.
You're not angry with those guys who lynched people, are you? No, they're just dumb.
Oh, here we go.
All right, there you go.
I'm
angry
at the entire society and the entire country. You know, when somebody,
you got the wrong hero.
When somebody raises their hand and says they've not always been proud of America, white people scream, "Whoa, you're not a patriot." Now you're using it the opposite way.
Joe Frazier is the people's champion. Just remember that. And rewrite your book and put Joe Frazier.
Don't brainwash me, hunky.
Joe Frazier, the man. And don't you even talk to Joe when he's here.
I won't talk to Joe when he's here. Because you're going to try to rile the poor man up again.
Oh.
Let him have some peace in his life.
Wait till Joe gets here.
This is so ridiculous. Do you know this
During
is
the interview, face the wall. Shame, the wall of shame.
Now look at you trying to master me and tell me what to do.
Yeah, I've been trying for 20 years and you finally wised up. You won't listen. Whatever. Anyway, so Joe will be here. And we love having him in.
And stop trying to demonize Muhammad Ali.
Oh, I'm not demonizing him. I'm demonizing you.
He's living his life, and he's suffering for whatever those crimes are that he did commit.
Thank you. Well, now you're talking.
He doesn't need you to be his judge. And you should feel...
I judge him.
You should feel inadequate to judge anyone during this era.
Nope. I'm totally out of
These were
it.
people, we were all fighting for our freedom at that time.
By the way, Robin wants you to know Hitler was just a simple artist with a
No,
dream.
Hitler was a maniac who
come on.
got
He's your hero.
who got control of another bunch of maniacs, and they all followed him.
So do you ever get upset at anyone's behavior or no?
Surely I get upset at the actual behavior, but you can't expect crazy people to have rational thoughts.
Your hero, Muhammad Ali,
Was a crazy person.
is the wrong
Driven
hero.
crazy by the society
No.
he was grown up.
The
he
wrong
grew up in.
hero. You need
And
to
so
worship
was
Joe Frazier.
Because for Joe to be subject to someone else calling him a gorilla is ridiculous. It shows a lack of character.
No.
Yes.
Joe had a family.
You can't, that
people.
was part of the problem.
Stop it. You've never had a national figure, a beloved national figure, sit there and ridicule
Are you kidding me? I've been called names all my life.
No, not on the
life.
world stage.
Absolutely. People have
Who did that?
ridiculed me,
who's the
maligned
prominence?
me just for working with you.
Who is the prominence of Joe,
How
of
about
Muhammad
the woman
Ali?
who runs Ebony Magazine?
Oh,
How
I never heard of her.
about almost every black organization?
Never heard of them.
They shun me.
No.
Shun me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's right.
Have you ever seen me in Ebony Magazine?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
They had you behind bars in a cage.
People have called me the same names they've called Joe.
I'm going to put you on the cover of Howard Stern's Ebony. I'm buying Ebony Magazine. Look, you'll see the real hero come through those doors
love
today.
Joe, but you can't carry on like this. It's ridiculous.
You will see the real hero.
It's ridiculous.
Right, Fred?
Unfortunately.
Who do you side with, Fred?
I think you're being overly simplistic of your evaluation.
Absolutely.
You're talking about
He's talking to you, Rob.
They're about 3 years away
complicated.
from being lynched in the South. I think it was a black guy trying to wrest any sort of control for himself in the world.
I want,
And
you,
if that
I
meant,
want you
like-
to apologize to Joe Frazier
I
today.
always
do like Joe.
apologize to Joe.
And I
Love
think it was
Joe.
gamesmanship on Ali's part.
Absolutely. And Joe fell into the syndrome, just like George Foreman.
Well, we all can't be as strong as you. And by the way, what is it, Gary?
You know, there's one interesting part that you're leaving out of this.
This ridiculous documentary.
No, just as far as the relationship, and this is a true thing, Robin. You know, when Ali couldn't get a fight because he was out, you know, Joe Frazier went to the Pennsylvania Commission.
I know all of
Right,
this.
and they were in the back of a car, and Ali had no money.
Yes.
And Joe Frazier handed over.
I
a thing.
know.
So, if you're doing that, how could you turn around and do that to Frazier?
It's simple.
It's not that simple.
They were raised in a society that
Oh,
was crazy.
excuses. That he
should-
You
if-
have no idea what
It's a horrible
racism
man.
is. You have no idea what it does to people. None.
All I can
what do
tell
you
you
think
is
South Africa was all about? All those black people dominated by a few white people. You know why? Do you know why?
You're going to tell
let's
me.
learn.
Because the tribes hated each other. So they couldn't unite to oust their black captors.
Okay, but if Ali hated Frazier, why did he take his money? Why was he his friend?
He was in a survival mode, obviously, all of his life.
Excuses.
See, the thing is, I don't think Ali ever hated Frazier. He was just using him. And unfortunately,
And
Frazier took the bait every goddamn time.
That's right.
No.
Joe was very
Absolutely.
naive.
So Joe's naive, but he isn't. But he didn't
He's
make
not a
fun of a
bad
man's
man.
race.
No, he
he's
didn't. But
he's a good man, and
I
he's
think-
the people's hero.
I think the pain that Joe felt
real
was being
black man.
tricked by Ali every friggin' time.
Absolutely.
Well, Joe and his
Every
family.
time
And-
he-
Muhammad
and
was the
part of
devil.
that- and part
No.
of that is the relationship between light-skinned black people
Hey.
and dark-skinned black people.
I've made a decision. Not only are you going to face the wall during Joe's visit, but
Fred
Fred
is gonna face
He's
the
going to
wall.
stare at you.
I said I love Joe.
No.
You kidding?
You're out.
See, you can't do both.
I mean, Ali-
Howard wants you to choose.
Choose, man.
Ali even cheated the Foreman out of his championship. You ever see?
Absolutely.
There's a thing ESPN had on about like don't blame George Foreman for losing to Ali because Ali went there and he did some pretty amazing
He did
gamesmanship stuff
absolutely
to
the same
Frazier.
thing.
He would
Same
want to win at any
thing.
cost.
I am with the dark-skinned black man.
Well,
Well, then
There you
you're
go.
still separating the
That's
races.
right.
You're still
Me and Joe.
separating the black people from each other.
Joe told me Muhammad Ali's
I,
white.
On the
so
other
no
hand,
high
am the
stepping yellows
uniter.
for you.
I'm with the real black man.
I'm the uniter. All of us are black, and it doesn't matter what color your
Well.
skin is. And
then you're not
we
black.
have to realize what racism does. It even turns people against themselves.
Joe Frazier will be here, and Robin and Fred will be facing the wall. Thank
Here
you.
we go. Massa says we got to face the wall.
Massa's telling you. You better listen.
Because
I'm
we
sorry.
got opinions that don't agree with his.
I'm sorry.
You guys better face the wall.
All right.
Mr. Frazier, good morning.
Hey,
Right this way, sir.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You said happy birthday. That's 2, 3, 4 months back.
How you doing today?
Oh, man, I'm doing fine.
You excited to be back on the show?
Oh, it would be nice for you to hours. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about what we used to do.
What's that? What are you going to talk about?
Let's see. I really don't know, man. I don't mind.
Anything, right?
The documentary. Moving around. The documentary, yeah.
Thrilla, Manilla, right?
Oh, yeah. This way, that way.
Right in here.
Okay.
That's what you talking about.
Now, what are you talking about? No Thrilla, no Manilla.
That's what you talking about, Pop.
Talk about the fight.
Talk about whatever Howard wants to talk about, right?
Yeah, all the time.
You always have a good time when you're here with Howard, right?
I always have a good time, man. Going Howard, you know. Me and Howard speak the same language.
You guys get each other.
Huh?
You guys get each other.
Oh yeah, we good guys.
All right, man. Have fun in there today.
All right, boogie boogie.
World champion Joe Frazier is here. I assume his son Marvis is with him. I'm thinking. Joe is this man walking through the door this is the greatest boxer of all time. I don't care what anyone says. He's the guy left standing, not Ali or so-called Cassius Clay. This is the real champion, the world champion, the true champion, the true boxing champion of the world. And now, finally, there's proof.
Hello, darling.
Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm just fine. How are you?
Joe,
you
that
guys
third
look good.
fight, that third,
Thank you.
Forget how we look. You look good.
Okay.
And your son looks good.
The Lord been good to all of us.
How are you, my friend?
Oh man, I'm doing fine since I see you.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You are a great man. History is now finally recognizing that you were the true champion of the people. You are the true black man.
That's right.
And you are the true
Here you go,
lover-
separating the races
Yep,
again.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's what Muhammad Ali did to my man.
And so you're going to perpetuate the problem.
Muhammad Ali is a worse racist than a Ku Klux Klansman.
Oh, you're ridiculous, because Muhammad Ali
He's a
couldn't
black one.
enslave people.
what?
A black Ku Klux Klan.
He's a black Ku Klux Klan. Do you know?
All
I
he
don't know.
could do was call names.
In your new, I want to talk to you for a second.
Good.
In your new special, this HBO
Did you
documentary.
make this special?
Right.
You must. Thrilla in Manila.
Okay.
All right. First of all, I learned a few things. This Cassius Clay,
Yeah.
Oh, I wish he could beat you up.
he can't. I could kick his ass.
No.
I'll fight him right now.
All you do is mention my name. Don't worry about it.
Cassius Clay went and spoke before the Ku Klux Klan
Did some?
and said that the people should be separated.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine psychologically what it did to you back in those days when Cassius Clay would sit there and hold up a gorilla and put it in your face and say you should be in a zoo in a cage. That's the worst racial thing you could say to any man.
Any man, did I look
Let
like
me
a
ask you
gorilla?
something, Joe.
Well, I
Let
act
him answer, please.
I act like one when the bell rang, you know what I'm saying?
You kicked his ass.
Let me ask you
I want
something,
to bite him on his neck.
Joe.
You know what I mean?
Joe.
Robin, please.
Did any other black person ever say something to you about the color of your skin?
About me?
Yeah.
I didn't have no problem with that.
Come on, tell
my
the
grandmother
truth.
was ours.
Tell the truth. Your grandmother was Irish.
Okay, that's the truth.
Hold
My
on, Joe. Let me
grandmother
take
was
it.
ours.
Let me take
And
you
a
through this.
blonde, too.
Let me take you through this. I am here to celebrate
Yeah.
the new special that's coming out on HBO. I've seen it already, and Robin hasn't. So I'm going to say this.
You like it?
Do I like it?
Yeah.
It vindicates me.
Yeah.
I've been saying all along, all these years, the true champion
Yes,
of those
thank you.
fights was Joe Frazier.
One
not
champ to
Muhammad
another,
Ali.
man.
That's right. And this finally proves it.
You
Now-
know what, Joe? Muhammad Ali never did this show.
And it's right, because he can't.
Yeah,
you
but
know why?
then
Because Joe pummeled the shit out of him.
He could have done this show at one
No.
time.
Lady, he had like 3 or 4 movies out.
Joe, I'm worried about you. I
Okay.
saw in the documentary you were living in your gym.
Yeah.
You're down on your luck money-wise. That's what it kind of says. And
No.
now I heard you lost the gym.
I don't. No, I haven't lost no gym.
You got the
The
gym?
gym is still there. I just want to sell it. I'm not losing it.
Where are you living then?
Here and there.
Where?
Here and there.
Here and there.
In
Howard, he's in the
Philadelphia.
high
You made
rise.
millions. He made millions
He's in a
Yeah.
high rise.
in a high rise.
Yeah, he's doing
So you're
well.
doing okay.
Yeah, he's
Sure,
all right.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
But the guys over the time, Howard, what they have done, I gave them a way of life.
Yes.
And you know what they done? They throw it back in my face and walk away.
Yep.
They went to Butch Lewis. They went to Don King. They went to Bob Am. They came to the Great Garden and left me holding the bag.
Yes.
So Marvis and Jacqueline, which is my kids, they not in it anymore. Well, hey, let it go. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of nice places that they can make out of it. The Irishman team comes over. You know what I mean? That's a gym, a hotel, a ballroom, or a kitchen, all in the one is there.
Marvis, Robin doesn't understand this. She doesn't live the life that
Oh
we
my
have.
God. We.
Explain
who's
to
the
Robin.
we?
I want you to explain to my audience what it was like for you as a young boy growing up, and Muhammad Ali is busy calling your father a gorilla and making racial remarks about him and saying he's an Uncle Tom. What was it like for you?
Well, growing up, being Joe Frazier's son had that one or two sides. You know,
Right.
everybody and their sister would beat you up all the time because you were Joe.
Because you were,
Joe
because you were the
Frazier's son.
enemy.
But
He was the hero.
Yeah, he was the hero. Though. Well, a lot of people when I was younger would say that. Well, yeah, your dad's the Uncle Tom, and my dad not an Uncle Tom.
Of course not. Uncle Tom, this man bowed before no man.
Right.
You know who the Uncle Tom was?
Yeah. Light, bright.
And almost white.
Again, we're
Right.
doing it all over again. I see we've learned nothing.
Let me
We've
tell
learned
you.
nothing.
What you mean we haven't learned nothing?
We're learning plenty.
What's it, Robin?
Muhammad Ali said, and I learned this all in the documentary, I hate Joe Frazier worse than the white man.
Yeah, he's lighter than I am.
Yeah. He's,
Light, bright, almost
and
white.
when he spoke at a Klan rally, and they said to him, don't worry, champ, we're not going to lynch you.
Yeah,
You know how many black men were lynched by the Ku Klux Klan, and Muhammad Ali's palling around with them?
that's right.
I don't think he was palling around.
Sure he was.
He went and spoke. I
Why?
don't think they had dinner together.
He was just white as them. That's what he was.
It's true. You're so right. You're so right. Now the truth comes out, doesn't it?
Yes,
After
there you
all
go.
these years.
All on the table.
All on the table. Finally, I knew I was right.
Man, like the Lord been good to me.
Yeah, damn
and
right.
The Lord been good to all of us. You know what I mean? You look good.
You worked the farms and the fields.
Yes, I did.
You know what it is to be a black
Yeah.
man in America.
I'm in the back of that mule 24/7.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
Get
who
up,
was with him?
mule.
You know who knows mules? You.
Oh,
Did Muhammad Ali ever work a day in his life beside being boxer? No. Who worked? You.
me.
You.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
right in the field. Matter of fact, I used to drive the tractor
Right.
and load it all at the same time.
You lost your toes working a lawnmower.
That was
That's
a
like that.
lawnmower.
All the
I
time.
said, Robin ought to kiss you.
That was a lawnmower,
I said,
a riding mower.
You know what, Joe? I said to Robin before you came in, you ought to kiss that man's toes. And I remember you didn't have it.
Yeah. Rob, when you want to go out?
When you want to go out with
What?
Joe?
When you want to go out with me?
We're going out?
If you want
When
to.
are you in town? When are you in town?
I'm in town now.
I'm
She's leaving town.
do you have a I am going right out of town
Oh, yeah?
today after work.
She
Got an
looks-
enema.
She looks good, doesn't she?
She looks great.
Yeah, she look good. You know what I mean?
Doesn't she look good? That's a
I
whole
wouldn't
new
have- I
hairdo,
wouldn't-
too. Different
I
part.
wouldn't need the pillow.
You
The
wouldn't?
pillow.
No.
Talking about her breast.
You wouldn't need it. You mean you'd put your head on those two pillows?
No, I had to put the pillow over her head.
Oh. You wouldn't even need the pillow.
You're all right, Rob.
Sometimes when you're not
Robin,
when you're not with a good-looking woman, sometimes you put a pillow over their head so you don't have to look at their face.
There you go.
And with Robin, no pillow.
There's no pillow for
She got a
Rob.
pretty
Rob should be
face.
all right,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I guess
Robin,
that's a compliment.
You know what?
Robin, you're a small piece of leather, well put together.
Oh, why, thank you.
There you
Joe-
go. Marvis,
Joe-
a chip over
Joe
there. He has a
and
poem
Marvis.
like Kurt Angle.
You always knew how to
He's
charm
a-
the ladies.
He's a minister, you know what I mean? That's why he's trying to throw some good stuff there.
You know, you talk about pussy. Let's get you serious.
Take it
Not
easy.
you,
You're in
but
the
listen.
presence of a minister.
All right, but listen. You know when you talk pussy? This I learned in this special of yours. Ali, or whatever his name is, Clay, he took the fight because the so-called Muslim
Yeah.
was cheating on his
Pay
wife.
for all the more women.
He took his girlfriend to the Thrilla, Manila. He was away from his wife.
Wife show up at the plane same time.
His wife showed up. She almost beat the shit out of the woman he was with.
Right.
And here's a man, sir, proud black man. He's cheating on his black wife.
Walking with supposed to be the Bible man.
Right, Bible man.
There you go, Bible man.
Bible man.
And he got 3, 4 wives.
Yeah.
Ready to kill each other.
Are you saying boxing has hypocrites in it?
What you're saying is Ali went to Manila to get away from his wife so he could have an affair with his girlfriend. That's
Yeah,
what.
that was one too.
Yeah.
The fight was incidental.
Yeah, the fight was all about. I hate to say a word like this in front of a minister, but pussy.
I said.
Am I right,
I
Marv?
stayed at the hotel. He went in the kingdom
Yeah.
with President Marcus.
Yeah.
I don't know what they done together, okay? I'm going to leave it alone.
What
Right.
are you implying,
Are you
Joe?
saying Ali had a sexual affair with the president of the Philippines,
I ain't gonna say
Ferdinand
nothing.
Marcos?
I ain't saying a thing, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
Maybe
You are
Imelda.
no Uncle Tom. You bow before no man.
Yeah, no.
You had respect for women,
Yes.
and you are a good man. And here's the thing that must kill you every day. And be honest with me.
Joe, you never cheated.
Big man?
You never cheated.
Never cheated on Marvis's mother.
You never cheated.
No.
No, he was a
What?
good man.
I did a
What?
little dip in there.
Okay, thank you.
Dip in there, you know what I mean? No cheating, no.
But he would never
No
be
cheating.
he would never be dumb enough to
I
invite them both to a plane.
I just stop and go in there and tell them I can't do it, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
I'm a true guy. You know? Walked away.
Did you?
Walked away with my pants in my hand. I pulled my pants back up.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
All right, so you had some pussy too, and you never cheated on Marvis's mother, right?
No.
Never,
No.
never. Thank you. She was a saint.
No.
That's right. I hope not.
Yeah, you know, like, the more what you have to do, like, you know,
Right.
Marvis is
watch
praying.
because you don't know who's looking at you, you know what I mean? At the time.
Right.
you know?
Well, you were the champion, and you beat Ali the first fight, hands down. There's no question.
I beat him all 3 of them.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is my point.
Yeah, okay.
Second fight was a farce.
Yeah.
The third fight, he was done. You had that fucking manager, whatever he is.
Oh,
he
man.
told you not to get up and fight.
Yeah, well,
He's supposed to look at you. Had it won.
he wasn't going to come out because he's not thinking about 71. We're going to crack him on the jaw again, you know what I mean?
You went the full distance. Ali even admits he couldn't get up for the last round, and your what are you, manager or something?
My trainer manager.
Do you hate this guy now?
No. Let's see,
He's
once you make
afraid.
that groove in the corner,
No.
along with the trainer, other people who are part of you, you want to stick with him because he might see something that you didn't see.
And everybody's alive today because of it.
Big
Well,
man?
Everybody's alive today because of it. The
Everybody-
two of you could have killed
Ali's
him.
Everybody's
not.
alive.
Alive. You're alive.
That guy ain't alive.
Barely.
Oh, stop it.
Ali's barely
He's in there
alive.
somewhere. I know it.
He's not. Well, he may be alive, but he can't walk.
There's a special coming out on HBO. It's called Thrilla Manilla. It'll explain everything to you. You
Oh,
must
I
watch
can't
this.
wait to watch this.
Champ.
Boy, you should hear some of those clips, Artie. The guy makes Muhammad Ali sound like the devil.
He is the
right.
devil.
Well, listen,
he was the devil. What he did to his fellow black
oh,
man
here we go.
is unbelievable.
Here we go.
John,
Like he was the
If I
only
walk
one.
up to a black man and I say you look like a gorilla, I
They
would
do
be.
it every day in the black community.
No,
Stop it.
come on, I don't
No.
care. You don't do that on the world stage.
They do.
I would say this is about the first time that the film has really portrayed the side of Joe Frazier. John Dara did a fantastic job.
He's a genius.
On, just showing Joe Frazier's side
Okay.
of the story. No one else has ever, shown his side of the story. Everybody's heard the Muhammad Ali side of the story, but this film portrays Joe Frazier.
Joe,
You don't feel that it goes too far to
No,
one
you
side?
haven't
I mean, when
seen
are we
it.
going to
You
have
have to see it.
just the story?
Doesn't it kill you that Muhammad Ali just got $50 million to sell his name and his merchandising?
What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, he's not going to be happy.
Don't you deserve the same payday?
Sure.
Why not you?
I could let's say you go out and have a good time, put some money away for the kids, some more money away for the kids, have them get married again. You know what I mean?
You want to get married again?
I have
I'm waiting on you, Rob.
right,
I
I'm
have
almost
pictures
ready.
of
I'm
you
almost
hanging on
ready.
my wall, not Muhammad Ali.
He doesn't
Okay.
have any pictures.
I got pictures of you fighting,
Okay, all right, all right.
not Muhammad Ali.
I'm the one with the pictures, and
I
it's
gotta-
always both of you.
I got a couple pictures of him falling down on the wall. You know what I mean? In front of the gym. In part of the gym.
What you used a brilliant strategy when you fought Ali. You took your fists and you pummeled his organs.
Oh,
you
man.
hit him in the stomach. You
I
hit him in
hit
the
the body,
ribs.
slow them kidneys down.
Right,
Yeah, the liver from function.
right.
You know?
He was like in the hospital for days.
And you
after
wonder
that.
why the man was trying to save his life by getting Joe upset.
Don't
He
get
wasn't
Joe
gonna-
upset.
Howard, he wasn't going to come out for the 15th round because he was thinking about 71.
Right.
So they tell me, you got to go. They said, no, Joe's not coming back out there. Joe. I said, hey, they let me go out there. He said, no.
It's
No, no, no,
unbelievable.
no, no.
I mean, you're unbelievable. You fought, and I don't know if people understand this. In the third fight, Joe had it wrapped up. He had won. Every judge said Joe Frazier
He was
is
winning on the cards?
He was winning on the cards. He's got this manager type. Who knows who he is? He says to Joe, "Don't go out. It's
Wait,
it.
wait,
It's
why
over."
would the manager want to hurt Joe? I mean,
He
you're
was
not,
being protective because
Right.
Joe was. Listen, Joe was beaten up too a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
not
His
much.
eye was closed
I
a little
think they
bit.
both went to the hospital, right?
They did. But guess who came out? But Eddie Hutch threw in the towel for Joe, and if he hadn't, Ali never. History would have been changed.
Robin, you still married?
I've never been married, Joe. I've been waiting for you.
I told Joe you were married. I was trying to help you out.
You see, the side of the story I always heard was that Joe's.
I don't know. It's time. Let me look at you.
You want to? What am I? A piece of meat?
Yes.
What would you do to her, Joe? If you could be alone with her, what would you
A
do?
little small, man. I tell her stand up. You know what I mean?
Would you work the
What?
body?
What
Would
do
you
you
work
want?
the body first?
You want me to stand up? Here I am.
Well,
Would you work the body?
outside from up top.
You start up top. What would be your strategy with her?
Well, I'm a side scraper.
Your
A
side
side
scraper?
scraper.
Stop the
What does that mean?
kidneys from functioning.
Is she too skinny for you now?
Little small, boy, I can work with.
You're a little too thin, honey.
Little small. I got some remedy jars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little cocoa butter here. You know what I mean? Lord help me.
So what you do to a woman?
Rubbing down stuff. You know what I mean?
You put cocoa butter on a woman?
Yeah, to make it smooth. You know.
On the vagina?
I mean, I'm talking about the body now.
Oh, the body, not the vagina.
Not the
No.
vagina.
The vagina
These
you
are
use
arms, you know.
I'm
Breasts.
smooth. I'm smooth.
breasts.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't go no lower.
What about the butt? You would rub that down with cocoa butter?
Well, I don't move around back too much. I ain't no back man.
You were never into taking a woman's back door? Never?
No.
That's not your thing?
No, they got many ways to use that.
I'm with you.
So you can't go back there.
Right, it's dirty back there, quite frankly.
Yeah, you don't fool with that at all.
Not with me.
Did you ever accidentally enter a woman back there? Like you
got-
meant to go? Did you ever mean to go into the vagina and then suddenly you realize you're in the back door?
No.
I had an accident like that
No,
once.
I'm a straight aimer.
You're straight. You're a better man than I am. Well, you're the champ. You're the champ.
I'm a straight guy.
It seems like Joe's doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, boy.
No, not back there. No good.
All the women you've had, man, you could write a book just about that.
I've been pretty clean. I've one, two, his mother,
Right.
a couple more. You know. That was it. You know, I keep it
What
clean.
number would I be if
I don't want the kids to look at daddy as a bad guy. You know what I
Right.
mean?
If Robin was to make love to you, what number would she be? What number would she be? If she, how many? In other words, would she be the 17th or the 1700th woman you ever had?
About five.
Number 5.
Five,
So you
yeah.
haven't had
Get
that
out
many.
of here, Joe.
No, I stay
Number
away
5
from that
today.
stuff, man. I'm clean chitlins.
When's the last time you got laid?
Big button.
When's the last time you got laid?
About 3-4 days ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Marvis, you know the woman?
Yeah.
You met her? Did you meet the woman he banged?
He sees no evil, hears no evil, speaks no evil.
So
It's hard for Marvis. You know, he likes to think of you as just,
yeah,
dad.
he's well. God forgive that his wife passed away.
Whose wife passed away?
Marvis.
Marvis's wife passed away?
It's been about 9 years now.
What did she die from?
Cancer.
Cancer, young woman.
Yeah,
You getting any?
Oh my God.
How long did you? Is he back in the saddle, or is he still grieving?
He's still breathing.
You're still grieving?
I have a fiance.
Oh, you do. Oh, so you're getting some.
Well, I
for
like
you.
to see me married again because otherwise we don't have nobody to carry these names on. My daughter has a lot of boys, and let's say like they.
Marvis doesn't have any boys. Yeah.
Marvis doesn't have any
no
sons.
Frazier.
No sons.
2 daughters and 2 granddaughters.
You better get busy.
No sons. No sons at all on my side. I don't think, right?
No.
No sons.
No Fraziers.
No grandsons.
To carry on the Frazier
name is going to die, Joe.
Can't have that.
What's this?
The Frazier name is going to die. You don't get busy.
Oh no.
Walt Frazier had sons.
I got 5 daughters and 6 sons.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But none of them
but
have
they're
it.
young guys.
I see. You still got a chance.
Jeez, Marvis.
I don't know what they do with women. You know what I mean? The 17 and 18 and 20 years old guys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Maybe these daughters
I
are.
got married. I was like 16 years old.
Oh, you think they should be married
Marvis was
already?
there when I was 16.
Yeah.
Marvis and her sister.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm batting 2 hands. You know what I mean?
You were 16 when you had Marvis?
And another girl.
Wow.
Ooh.
But you were a real man.
He must know how to
Like a
train
dog
dogs
job.
as well.
Did your mother practice voodoo?
No, not mom.
Who practiced voodoo?
Grandma did.
Grandma.
Grandma from hoodoo. Yeah.
And when you were living on the farm, you your grandma come over and do voodoo. What would she do? What kind of voodoo?
They had a jug in her hand. You know what I mean? Lord bless them.
No
I
kidding.
said, Grandma, what that for? To make you better. Better? Better from what? I don't want you to make that shit in daddy of yours.
Don't you think she put a voodoo curse on Cassius Clay to put him in this position?
Yeah. But back in the days, man, when it was Joe's,
Yes.
Marciano,
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Robinson, right on down the line, these great guys, man, I said, I'm going to be a champion of the world. And my uncle said, he was a rocky boy. Darling, can I have a shot of that thing? Yeah, that was liquor then.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that boy will be a champion one day. You'll see.
That was his
they,
uncle.
They all gone. My Uncle Rock.
Yeah.
Israel.
So they believed in you. Your family
Sure.
believed in you. And now, though, you live with great pain. You do. Someone told me you're taking 20 pills a day just to stay out of pain. Is that correct?
No. Somebody told you something wrong. But let's straighten that out. I'm a diabetic.
Diabetic.
Yeah, I'm a diabetic. No pains. He decided that the blood probably could drop too low or go up too high.
Right.
But it don't affect nothing else, okay?
Right. So, so in
When
other
it's
words,
lower, when it's lower, little too low, I got to get a Viagra. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that. Viagra.
What did I say?
You got to take Viagra.
No, I think I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I better get some vitamin E.
Can't believe the
Vitamin
champ
E
has
is
to take a
vitamin
Viagra.
C.
Did you know that, Marvis, that your dad has to take a Viagra once in a while?
He's just joking around.
No, he's not joking. He takes a Viagra.
Sounds like he's fine.
He has hypertension also.
So because of that, you have to take the Viagra sometimes when you're with the ladies. Because when you have hypertension, diabetes, it might be a little bit difficult to get it up, right?
No problem. No problem walking. He decided that sometimes I want to make sure I'm okay. You know what I mean?
When you're with a lady, when you were with a lady,
yeah.
so when do you take the Viagras to get it hard? Do you time it out a certain way? Like how do you work it?
No, what I get in the morning, like I want to try different things, like in the E's and C's and stuff and B's. So I probably just drop something in there, to help the E's and the B's
Right.
and the C's out. You know what I mean? He doesn't take
Marvis, he takes Viagra.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you.
he doesn't.
Marvis, he's got to take a little Viagra. The man is not a young man. He takes his Viagra.
Smoking Joe Frazier. He
Yes.
doesn't need Viagra.
He's not going to discuss it with you. He discusses it with me. You see, you don't have these kind of discussions with your father. I do. He can teach you a lot about Viagra.
I can't talk to him that way. He's a minister.
Right.
I'll tell him every now and then. But
Marvis
ain't
is no
nothing
fun
wrong with
anymore.
Ain't nothing wrong with dropping a little Viagra in the E's and the C's.
Right.
And the B's.
Yeah. Why not?
They help each other, you know what I mean, down the line. You know?
Absolutely.
You never know when you might run up on something, you know?
Marvis gets embarrassed by this kind of sex talk. He's going the godly way. I see what you're doing. But,
Well,
this is
but-
natural. This is natural. We talk about a man's ability to have sex with a woman.
These are all jokes.
He's a
Jokes.
minister.
We're just
He's a
joking
minister.
here.
Yeah, he's a preacher.
He's
so
not that
that's
much
why
fun anymore now.
You don't want to discuss that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
He used to be a lot more fun, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still fun.
Yeah.
He's still fun.
Yeah.
Let him go and do what he got to do for what he has to do, for the church and stuff like that.
Right. But you don't
Does
have-
Joe go to your church?
I'll try to stop him before they get there.
Yeah,
Does he go to the church?
No.
He's been there once.
Oh my God.
Well, he's always on the road.
On the road, he's busy with the Viagra. He got no time for church.
He's on the road.
Joe, does it make it as hard as like when you were a
Oh
teenager?
my goodness.
Does it make it as hard as like when you were a teenage boy?
Yeah, it almost as hard as Kane here.
Really?
So,
How long does it last?
yeah,
When you take a Viagra, like, and then you're doing a girl,
yeah.
does it after you finish, is it still hard or does it get soft?
No, I'll be able to watch it off.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't ban on me.
Yeah.
I'll be able to watch that.
You're able to do
Yeah,
it two or
yeah.
3 times to the lady?
I'll be looking for more.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah,
So you can do it over and over and
over
over.
and over and over.
Good Lord.
I think with the E's and the C's and the V,
the V.
helps it out a little bit.
Never mind the E and the C. You need the V.
I'm not an athlete anymore, so therefore I can do these things now. You know what I mean?
You got a young girlfriend?
Well,
How old is she?
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah?
Yeah,
How old are these girls you're with?
Big button.
How old are the girls you're with? Are they in their 20s?
No,
What are you,
I'm
30?
45.
45, that's the age you go with.
50.
Yeah, so they still have
Something like
needs.
that.
They still
I ain't
want it.
going over my age, okay?
And what do? They're like, oh, champ. Every minute with the champ, is that it?
Don't call nobody's name because it might get in trouble.
Right. You don't give anybody's name.
Don't they call nobody's name either.
When you're with these women who are, let's say, if some of them aren't that beautiful, and you say you put a pillow over their face, did you ever once smother a woman by accident and kill her?
No,
like,
no, no.
with the pillow? No?
They got to give them breathing room.
Breathing room. See, Robin, if Joe ever put a pillow over your face, you'd get breathing room.
Stop.
So don't worry.
He would know to let me breathe.
You know how to
Thank
control
you,
the
Joe.
pillow.
Yeah, but you don't need a pillow for her. Though.
Thank you for not smothering me, Joe.
You still married?
I'm not married. I've never been
Okay.
married.
She's never been married,
Oh, yeah?
but she has boyfriends. Don't ask what's going on. She's got boyfriends. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, she loves
What
it.
I don't know what he's talking
She
about.
loves it.
How many boyfriends you have?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I think she's got one now, but I'm not sure.
I don't know what he's
She's
talking
got a
about.
young white guy, Joe.
I don't know
Oh, yeah?
what. I don't know what he's talking. I don't know what he's talking about.
25-year-old white boy.
Oh,
Ain't
yes,
nothing wrong with
right.
that.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with it.
Sure.
Yeah, nothing
Barely
wrong
out
with
of
that.
diapers, this one.
I'm
Man.
with a kid in a diaper.
No Viagra there.
No.
That's who I'm with. I'm with a kid in
Marvis,
a diaper.
when you were a young man growing up, did your dad ever take you aside and teach you the pillow technique in case you ever with a girl? Did your dad ever teach it to you? You must have learned something from him, right?
You know, what was happening? Marvis had more of a quiet life, more than the other brothers of his own. You know what I mean?
He's a great man.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
I like Marvis.
he's a true preacher. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I asked him how he does it. You know what I mean? But therefore, he said, "Look, Dad. I gotta walk right." I said, "Well, ain't nothing wrong with walking right, but when them girls come to see you, you gotta do your job."
Oh, my
Right.
You know?
You're a
This
good
was your
father.
fatherly advice?
You're a good father.
That's right, man.
You sat your son down and you said, when the girls come, you got to do your job.
Good job, man. That's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
they ain't coming around you to shake your hand because you got a couple dollars.
Right.
They want to get beat up. I didn't say eat up now. I said beat up.
Right.
Okay?
You told him you taught your son early on, you got to satisfy these women.
That's right.
Did you encourage him to perform oral sex on these women? In other words, some men don't teach their sons that.
No, we don't go that way. Like that.
In the black
that's
community.
That's a little rough for him.
Marvis,
Like I say, I ain't gonna get down. I ain't gonna get down too rough on him. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's some of the things they ain't gonna tell you no way. You know what I'm saying?
You never licked a woman down there, right? You never did that. You never sat there and licked them.
No, I had to go that low down there.
You never went down there.
I stay above the navel.
Above the navel. And you taught your son that too, right? I hope you did. Marvis, you go below the navel?
Wow.
Holy
Why not? No, man, no.
Oh, my
No.
goodness.
Marvis is more beat up than when he fought Tyson.
Down goes Frazier.
Do you think Muhammad Ali used to lick all the women? He probably licked them down there, right? Because he bows before the women.
I don't know what he done before now.
Yeah.
At a
You gotta
clan
do
meeting, he
something.
probably did it.
I'm sorry. Now, who knows what he
You got to
did?
do something now. You know
Now,
what I
yeah,
mean?
he probably can't get it up, so he
Yeah.
probably has to lick them forever, for hours. Do you think that his wife or someone has to like he just has to lick her for hours because he can't get it up because of what you did to him?
I'm not sure what that's all about. You know what I mean?
But you're still giving it to
I
him.
respect him and the wife on those parts. I
no,
don't really know what they're
that's
gonna
fair.
do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever he do to make us stay, let him keep on doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Better luck to him.
I don't think Viagra's helping
I
him.
do what I got to do. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
You know, it was about I think about 2 or 3 years ago at the.
Don't tell me you licked a woman, Marvis.
Stop it.
Your
this
father
was
throw
at-
you
this
right
was-
out.
No, this was at the All-Star game that was held in Philadelphia.
Right.
And my father and Ali in a private quarters inside a hotel. You know, they embraced each other. You know,
Why?
for I guess love, forgiveness.
Well, come
you
on.
know,
Come on.
I mean,
You know what,
we do-
man?
I wouldn't.
He talk around. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have hugged him.
Yeah, he talks around. You know what I mean? He can't get directly straight to the point. You know what I mean?
He didn't look at you.
Yeah.
He hugged
yeah,
you, but
that's all right.
did he look you in the eye? No.
Yeah, I'm still a father, so you got to be careful.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
It wasn't sincere, was it?
Yeah, he got a good job, and he's a good minister. You know, and he's good for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he goes to the prison, he goes to the church, he goes to the community.
Right.
But he
does a
can't make
fine
you
job.
forgive Muhammad Ali. Is that what you're saying?
He probably,
You want to go get him?
you know, if I was hugging Muhammad Ali,
You
Marv,
want to? They don't have to
when
take
you
him.
when you were hugging Muhammad Ali, were you afraid he's going to put a knife in your back?
Oh dear.
Wow.
I bet you checked him. I hope somebody frisked him first. I hope somebody frisked him. I wouldn't have hugged him. Any man who called me a gorilla says he could put me in a zoo. No hug.
Howard.
Sorry.
Howard, you know
Howard.
what? You're such a hypocrite
Thank you.
because
Howard.
you spend all your time now apologizing
Oh, I
to
don't.
people.
I apologize
Yes,
to one person.
two people.
One person.
Soupy, and who was the other guy?
Another
And there
guy.
was a third guy.
No.
Yes.
No.
And you say I was vicious, I was wrong,
He was not treated well.
and
Just-
those people were not treated well by you.
Didn't you go to President Nixon and beg him to let Muhammad Ali fight?
That's what driver's license he gave him.
That's right.
You got
Boxing
Nixon to
license.
give Ali a driver's license?
No, boxing.
Boxing
Oh, a
license.
boxing
So you gotta
No
get
one was
all
giving
his
him a-
license together. They took driver's license.
They had
They
everything.
took license to fight.
Yeah.
And he didn't take a married license though.
No, can't get that one.
Joe, so you're in the presence of a real man. You made up with Ali, and Howard made up with Soupy Sales.
I was Ali. They should have put Soupy in a
Wild guy.
cage.
That's right.
That's right. But
But
let
you
me
know
tell you
what,
something.
what we all about, Howard, is that we know he's in bad shape now. You know, after all the fights and stuff.
After you.
I hope that the Lord forgive him, and help him to get back where we at, so he can enjoy life a little bit.
Well, it ain't happening. You did.
We
You
all
took care
only
of
got about
business.
another
You
few
took
days
care.
around.
You took care of him.
So therefore, that he come on out and enjoy some of us, have fun together.
Your two fists put him in that condition.
Well, let's say I had 100 fights and I lost 2 to George. We don't go to something else.
Yeah.
2 to him and all the other guys I beat up real well.
Yep, real good. You were the champ. You were the
Oh,
true
yeah.
champion of the world. Listen,
No.
you guys are great. I really want everyone to watch this special and learn the truth about what happened in Manila and who the
Yes.
true people's champion is. And the only way you're going
What
to
is
learn.
what is the special called?
Okay, it's called Thrilla in Manila. And it stars Joe Frazier, the true champion of the world. Now, when you see this, prepare to have your world rocked. You're going to learn the truth. And now you're going to take down your pictures of Muhammad Ali that you worship.
Well, do I?
And you're going to
I
hang
don't
up
have any.
pictures of Joe Frazier.
Uh-oh.
And the picture you have in your book, you're going to do a reprint of your book, Robin.
I am.
And you're going to put Joe Frazier's
Joe never
name.
gave me a picture.
Well, we'll get you one. I'm going to get you one. I'm going to get you a naked picture of Joe Frazier after he takes his
Hey, Rob,
Viagra.
Rob, we can go out boogieing.
All right, we're gonna boogie.
We can boogie out. Yeah.
You are a great man.
10 years ago, Howard, she wouldn't want to talk to me,
Right.
Give me a hard way to go, you see?
Right.
And when we get a certain age, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, well, You gonna take me out with one of these days? Well,
When did I say that,
When
Joe?
she was
You're saying
younger,
it right
she
now,
was
Rob.
always blowing you off. Now all of a
Yeah.
sudden she's begging you for it.
yeah.
Right. Robin, did you ever think when you were a little girl, you would grow up one day?
I am begging, Joe.
Yeah.
I resent that.
Hey, Howard, it's always nice being with you, man.
It's
you know.
great being with you. You are the champion. Robin,
Yes.
did you ever think when you were a little girl growing up that one day you'd be sitting with Joe Frazier, the true people's champion,
Never.
and that he wants to have sex with you?
Oh, I never dreamed.
That he'd want to have sex with you? Well, you should have
You
sex
know
with the
what?
champ.
Both of them did.
Both of them did what?
Muhammad and Joe.
What about
See,
him?
I'm the one who's beat both of them. They both wanted to have sex with me.
Muhammad want to have sex with you?
When I got that picture, he was coming on to me.
He was.
Robin,
Yeah.
you too dark.
Oh, no.
You're too dark for the
He
champ.
might not have married me. He might not have married me.
Cassius
but he
Clay,
wanted me.
Remember-
Cassius Clay won't do you. You're too much of a
Robin.
black woman.
Robin, remember the first one he had looked like you? They stayed together one day.
Are you
all he
saying,
wanted
Joe,
one night.
each one of Muhammad Ali's wives got lighter and whiter as he went along?
Light, bright, damn near white.
Right. So the point is, you were always with black women.
Dark.
Dark-skinned black women.
Dark. All
I
my
love
ladies
this.
was dark.
All your ladies.
Yeah.
Everybody, Muhammad was wrong for drawing these lines between himself and other blacks, but we're fine.
I love how Muhammad Ali is calling this great man an Uncle Tom. Meanwhile, he's out banging these white chicks.
He was banging black.
This man was banging dark-skinned black women.
Mm-hmm.
He loved the black race.
Oh, yeah. I might change as time go by, though, you know what I mean?
His wife now is almost a ghost.
You're going white on me now?
Yeah.
Light, bright, damn near white.
That's right, Marvis. Your new stepmom is going to be white. You're going to have a white woman bossing you around.
That's all right.
That's all right. You don't care.
Call me Mom. Yeah.
That's all right.
As long as Pop's happy, right?
Yeah. I got one lady in the movie, you know, that I've been with me like 40 years or more, you know.
Yeah.
She does a fine job.
Yeah. Who is that? Your traveling companion.
Well, traveling companion, let's say my secretary.
Were you having a sexual thing with her?
Let's say my clothes lady. Yeah, she does a fine job.
But did you guys have sex together?
No. We always knock on the door when we come in.
You know what? When you see this TV show, there is a white woman who seems to travel
With Joe?
with Joe quite a bit.
She's been in like 40 years with me.
Yeah. I got the feeling
do
that she's.
everything that I need to be done.
I got a feeling she's like a wife to you, like a lover.
That's the way it seems like sometimes.
Yeah.
Like a
Marvis, what
wife,
do you know
what
about
I
this?
mean?
What do you
Yeah,
think about this?
Yeah,
You keeping your lips
she
sealed?
drives the car.
Yeah.
She makes the bed. She cooks the food.
You
She's
love
a
her,
wife.
don't you? You love her.
Huh?
You love her.
I love her. Yes.
You do.
Yes, I love her.
Wow.
Because she go where you want to go. You don't have to drill a hammer in her head. Tell her you can't go today. You know?
She listens.
Where do you get a broad like that?
She's like, can I go? I said, no, you can't go. I'm going to Howard. Be that come back. No problem.
Wow. She listens to you. You found a woman who listens.
Make sure that I'm clean,
Right.
sharp as a tack.
Right.
You know what I mean? No problem.
Good woman.
It's a good woman.
You're not kidding. What is it, Gary?
Champ's got to go.
All right. Listen, Champ. We love when you're here.
Always fun, Joe.
Come see us again. Marvis, pleasure
Always,
having you, of
Robin.
course.
Party.
Always,
you.
always nice
Bless
seeing
you.
you, man.
Do me a favor. Next time you're here, you bring a pillow with you. You
Mm.
teach us that technique. How to put the pillow over the woman's face.
Okay,
You can use
Just give her
Benji.
enough air to breathe.
that's all.
You'll practice on Benji. You'll show us how to do it, all
We're
right?
not breathing here. Ah!
But when she starts to lose consciousness, pick
Yeah.
up the pillow.
Okay.
With Benji, you might need two pillows.
Don't try that at home. The great champ, Joe Frazier, and his son Marvis.
I love you, even though you're so mean to me.
You did a fine job.
Joe, hey, Joe, Champ, can you watch your foot a second? You're right tangled up in here, and I don't want to see. There you go. Thanks.
Mr. Frazier, how was it?
Oh man, that was good. It's always nice being with Howard. You know what I
You
mean?
always have a good time, right?
Yeah, we talk the same kind of language.
There's a lot of sex talk in there.
Oh yeah, he go from A to Z. I can handle it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it a little awkward with your son there talking about sex and Viagra?
Good luck.
About what?
Is it awkward talking about sex with your son sitting right next to you?
No, he's a grown man.
It's all good, right?
He's almost old as I am. So, we didn't get filthy.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Just like some stuff was saying that it really happened to the men's and fathers, you know, so and sons. So we can talk that way. Boom.
All right, we'll see you next time.
I believe.